So now the social revolution by mode of production. What is mode of production? Through Karl Marx. So he is telling, it is a very big statement. I will break in a very simpler manner. You will understand it. Okay. So in the social production of their life, men enter into their definite relations that are indispensable and independent of their will. Okay. So here he is talking about the relationship that man will enter for the production. Okay. These relations of production corresponds to a definite stage of development of their material forces of production. That is, man is like any animal that he produces socially. The sum total of these relations of this production constitutes the economic structure of the society. Whatever he will produce, it will ultimately benefit the society. The real foundation on which rises a legal and political superstructure, and to which correspond definite forms of social consciousness. You will understand better, like superstructure will depend upon the base. What base is there, it will dependent upon them. So they are also dependent upon the force of production. Like if technology changes, the relationship of the production will also change. Like if there is a change in technology, now if automation is coming, so the relationship of the production with the worker will also change. The mode of production of material life determines the social, political and intellectual life process in general. It is not the consciousness of men that determines their being, but on the contrary, their social being that determines their consciousness. This is a very important line, that the consciousness of man, how man is conscious, that determines that being, that what kind of society they are going to take. But on the contrary, social being, how social he is, the man is, that determines his consciousness. So these modes of production in material life determine the general character of the social, spiritual and process of life. At a certain stage of their development, the material forces of production in society came into conflict with the existing relations of the production, or what is but a legal expression of the same thing, that is, with the property relation within which they had been at work before. I will explain it again. I will write it in very simple form, that from forms of the development of the forces of production, these relations turns into their fetters, and then comes the period of social revolution, that when relationship of the production will become a barrier for them, then the worker will start revolt around it, and the social revolution will start. So I will write in very simpler term, that here he is talking about the relationship that man enters for production, and is like any animal that he produce socially. They are also dependent on the forces of production. What is the forces of production? It means here technology. As technology changes, so the forces of production will also change. Like today no automation is there, so lots of worker will there. As the automation will come, number of worker will decrease. So if technology changes, the relationship of the production will also change. They are constituting the economic structure of the society. Economic structure decides, this is very important line, economic structure decides the superstructure. Okay, as it is the base, and it is the base which decides the structure. As this superstructure will decide the consciousness of the person. So when the relationship of production will become hinder, that will lead to the social revolution, which is this is the meaning of the last sentence here that is talking about. This is a very difficult sentence, it is a very complex one. So the simple meaning is that when the relationship of the production will become hinder, or will become burden, will become hurdle, then the social revolution will start.